Hello, it's Sunday afternoon. I'm really late starting the vlog. It is 25 to 3. I've just been very not getting started with everything today. I've got a whole week nearly on my own in this house, apart from probably IB will come a couple of days and I might take myself down to Cardiff. I need to go and have coffee with my mum in town, I think, in Cardiff. Now then, it's a weird Sunday today because Isabel's given up her Sunday group / class. I mean, it was a class, but I don't know, it had a lovely community feeling to it. I didn't want her to give it up particularly, but I understand that it's overwhelming to be in college all week and then be doing pretty much in the group the same thing as she's doing in college all week, because it's the same kind of subject area, so I get it. And also she's doing a lot of commuting as well, and the Sunday class was a lot of commuting. And I tell you what, the trains are so unpredictable on Sundays, because if they're going to do engineering works, they'll do it on Sundays, and you have to check at the last minute to see if there's any alterations or any cancellations, or if you've got to just go and stay with Grandad the night before to make sure you can get there because the trains aren't completely cancelled. So that has been a stress and a headache every Sunday. So from that point of view, that's a positive, and obviously I've got some more time in my week now, but other than that, it's not a positive. It was a very lovely group and I'm very sorry to see the back of it. I helped out at it as well for the last few years, so yeah, I'm gonna miss that a lot. What else? I also think she still had a lot to learn from it, but I do understand that people have got to have a bit of a rest at the weekend, and it was a bit full on with the commuting as well. And of course she wants to keep up with her home ed friends at the weekends as well, and other people that are maybe friends who go to school but not to the same educational establishment as her, so she wouldn't be able to see them. So there are, yeah, it's all about balance, isn't it? Oh, now the other update is, you know, I said Izzy was studying Welsh at college now. Well, she isn't. Apparently it's Welsh back, so Welsh baccalaureate. I haven't looked into what level she's doing or what topics there are. She has no clue. She thought she was going to a Welsh language learners class because she didn't know that Welsh back was not Welsh language. So there we are. No idea what that is. I will find out. I've been doing kind of mostly routine-y stuff today. It's a Sunday, as I say, and I've been having a bit of trouble deciding what to do. I made a bit of a start on the kitchen, but need to do a bit more on that. What I've kind of gravitated towards doing on my unexpected complete and utter day at home is to have a bit of a housework day, to be honest. Yeah, that's not that interesting, is it? But I kind of feel like I'd like to have a bit of a housework blitz to start the next week then, all organised and clear in the mind. And I am going to start with this kitchen because it's kind of the central hub of the home, really. I still need to put all her injections away in the cupboard. She had her first one of the lower dose last night, and I'll need to ring her actually and find out how she's getting on. She hasn't told me yet. That's the second dishwasher load I've done this afternoon. I'm getting there. I just need to wipe the surfaces, wash these 2 pans up, and I think that's about it. A little bit of decluttering. Hey, get me. I'm actually wiping my cooker down before it gets really filthy. It's only partially a bit filthy. The kitchen is now relatively tidy, and it's hoovering time now. I didn't quite do the whole house the other day because the battery went, so I'm going to resume that now. That's beeping at me because it's finished. Yay! Do you know, this pile of clutter here has been sitting there so long, it's become part of the wallpaper and I don't even see it. But I was just kind of hoovering cobwebs around it and I thought, hang on a minute, why am I hoovering around this clutter? Why don't I just put it in the little containment thingy in the garden? So it's going to be one of those things that takes 30 seconds and then I'll think, why did I not do that for months? Like, that's ridiculous. Right, in you go. Hopefully that doesn't leak sideways. While I'm out here, might as well get some beans. And how are the tomatoes doing? Still not red. I've already had a few beans today, but there are more. That's looking a bit tough, that one. I think that'll need stringing. It's not that big, but definitely would be too tough otherwise. There's another one. There are loads. I think I might have left a couple of these a bit long. What do you reckon? Oh well, I can plant them next year. Now, this courgette plant, I've just been observing how ridiculous it is. Look, it starts off over there, and then here it is, it's all the same one. It goes on and on and on and on and on and on. And there are courgettes growing off it, but they're not growing very big, and they're either going mouldy or getting eaten by slugs. But some of them are looking really healthy. I'm wondering if I should just pick them while they're small before they start to go manky. Speaking of going manky, if I can even get over that, look, these tomato plants, I just don't know what's happened to them. But they're distinctly unhappy looking, aren't they? And look, this one, right, some of them are fine and some of them are just, well, they've turned into sun-dried tomatoes, but I don't think I fancy putting them in my pasta. And I've never done potatoes before, but they're under there, so I don't know when to harvest them, so any advice welcome. Can't even get to it. Oh, I've just spotted another bean. They hide. Oh, I'm all wet now. I've left this one too long as well. Looking autumnal, isn't it? Look, all the leaves are coming off the bean plants. At least I'll be able to put them in my compost bin though. I have hoovered until I wore the battery down on the hoover again. I still haven't done my bedroom, but I have done nearly everywhere else. Do you remember a few vlogs ago, before I went camping, I said that I'd got a new toy? Well, it's not a toy. I have a new tool, and I was going to tell you about it in a later vlog. Well, I'm telling you about it now. It's this. I didn't really think I ought to get one. I saw something similar on somebody else's vlog, and she was like a proper sporty athlete person training for a marathon, and she had a bigger one of these. This is a mini one, and she was sort of getting rid of all the knots out of her muscles, you know, and you get all the lactic acid build up. And I was watching it, I was thinking, well, oh, I quite fancy having one of those, to be honest. I'm not athletic, all I do is go for walks and just live my life, but still get, you know, the old knotty muscle. So, but I thought, no, I'm not going to get one. Not going to get one. Too much money. So I didn't get one for ages, but it just kept chipping away at me, and I was thinking, I want one. And anyway, I followed her link, and it was like 70 quid, and I thought, no way. But I went searching around and found the Mini Massage Gun and read the reviews, and it was quite a good one. So I have got one, and it's quite an aggressive and powerful thing. See, I took so long to decide to get one because I was thinking, oh, you know, people buy like massages for each other for Christmas, and you have fun with them for 5 minutes, have a bit of a chuckle, and then they stay in the drawer thereafter because they're not actually very effective. But this, I can tell you, that's setting one. Yes, as you can see, it's quite powerful. You don't want to muck around with it, I tell you. You put it only on muscly bits. Don't put it anywhere else, especially not your head. And follow the instructions in the booklet. But anyway, it's really, really effective. And me and IB both love it. He wants to get himself one for his house now because he's only here a couple of days a week, so he wants some for the other days. But I tell you what though, I've been doing my shoulders, and I tell you where I get knotty, and it's at the top of my buttocks. I've got to be honest, I know that's not really ladylike, but it doesn't half build up, and it's like really lactic acidy, and it's like so sensitive normally that I just put my thumb slightly near it, and I'm like, ah, and I've got all electric shocks shooting up into my neck and everything from it. But anyway, I've been doing myself with this. I'm not sponsored, by the way. Yeah, on and off for about a week and a half now, and it's fine. It's all the knottiness is gone. It's amazing. I'm like, oh, I don't need to do myself with it anymore. It's been that effective. But anyway, it's got a few nozzles. That's like that rounded one. I thought, oh, I'll need the more pointy one than that, but believe me, you don't, because it's really, really powerful. There's a one there. They just interchange. Like that. That's all. There's one there, which is, I think that's for the the spine. That's there. That one's really like slippy, can slide about more easily, whereas this one you can't sort of slide it around so much. And it comes with a couple of just spare grippy things. That's, you know, part of that helps it to stick on. So anyway, that was about 40 quid. I'll leave a link in the description in case you're interested. If you do have it, bear in mind it's a super powerful thing. Read the safety tips before you use it. But I really love it, so I thought I'd tell you about it. It's coming up to dinner time and I'm cooking. I've put some olive oil in a pan with a little bit of chopped up ginger and these suspects here. So we got some crushed chilies, because my chili plant ones aren't red yet, some cumin, some paprika and some turmeric. I don't want to get that too hot and burn it. I usually do, but I've been a bit more organised and I've chopped this up first. So let's chuck that in. In you go. Oh, look at that sizzling. In goes a bit of garlic. I'm putting it in now because I always burn it if I... Oh, look, that's all going horribly wrong. I thought it was a bit wimpy coming out. In you go. I'm putting it in now because I have a habit of burning it in the oil. I've added about 1/3 of a green pepper that was left over and some mushrooms. I'm going to add some spinach and also tomatoes, but I'm gonna let the tomatoes cook a bit first and then add the spinach just at the end, I think. I've also seasoned my food with a bit of Kikkoman soy sauce and one of these which is actually a vegetarian beef flavoured oxo. I'm probably going to serve it up in a bowl and dump a ton of cheese on top, and then later on this evening I'll probably eat some Bombay mix or something for my carbohydrate. I think it's almost done. Oh yes, spinach, always forget the spinach. Not today though, it's ready. I'm going to rip up an Emmental slice or two and put it on top to melt. I have just eaten all that food and it wasn't until I got about halfway through it that I thought, I've given myself a massive portion. I should stop now, but I didn't stop. I continued and now I feel like my stomach is going to explode. Do you know what? I got myself a book out of the library the other day. The first time I've done that since home editing, I think. But this time actually for me. I need to start planning my around Portugal trip, you see. Looking up about places, because I haven't travelled that much outside of Lisbon. Well, I have, but it was the 90s and I was gigging, so it was a case of travel all day, get there, sound check, go and have dinner in a restaurant, come back, do the gig, go to bed, get up, travel somewhere else. And so you tended to arrive in the dark and leave in the morning and not really have time to explore. But I did go to a lot of places in Portugal, that was, yeah. I do remember getting some time to walk around Praia de Rocha. That was about the only one I remember. Oh, and Coimbra a little bit. But early morning, you know, getting up early before anyone was awake and sneaking out to have a look. But I want to do it for real and not be just rushing through it. So I'm going to start making some wish lists of destinations. So that should be a rather pleasant way to spend an hour or so. But if you have enjoyed today's video, could you please give it a like, because it really helps the channel to grow and I so appreciate it. And if you're new here and would like to follow more of my story, do hit the subscribe button and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!